Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me and Wanda here. This is Annawyn Lang. I am so excited. This is the grand finale for this amazing coursework that we've been doing over the past year. So it's just been such an honor, and it's an honor to have you here today. So thank you for joining us. We're just going to get started here. We're going to do a fusion class today. Fusion is just fusing all the elements of everything that we learned here today. So there's going to be a couple meditations, mantra. There's also going to be a Kriya, which is just a set series. We're going to focus on the 10 bodies. I thought this one impacted me the most throughout practice, and I feel like with everyone, we have to feel through our 10 layers, not just our physical body. And it really helped when I was processing things and realizing things about myself. So I wanted to bring this to the final class. So we're going to tune on in. We're going to warm our hands on up. Bring them right at your heart center. Rest them against your sternum. We're going to engage up through Mula Bandh, Uddiyana Bandh, Jalandhara Bandh. Gaze at the tip of the nose. With these mantras that we'll be tuning into, the Adi mantra and protection mantra, if you've never done this mantra before, Wanda, you can join in to whatever vibration comes out. You can listen, and same here, whoever's joining in today. This practice meets you exactly where you're at. So throughout this day, throughout this hour and 15 minutes, I want you to go inward, and if you ever need a break, you rest and visualize yourself doing it. We're going to take a deep inhale in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. 2 more times. Inhale in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. The truth resides within. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ad Gure Name Jugat Gure Name Sat Gure Name Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name Jugat Gure Name Sat Gure Name Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name Jugat Gure Name Sat Gure Name Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Take a deep inhale in. Suspend the breath. Draw up through that pelvic floor. Blocks. The bone does. Just taking a moment to notice how you feel and where you're at in this moment. Honoring your body this entire practice. As we enter into the Vata season, it's fall, it's dry, right? We start to shift with what we nourish our bodies with. So just take a moment, and as salads and fruit are a beautiful thing for the summer, as we shift into the fall, the stews, right? The broths, the warm, nourishing foods keep us supple, hydrated. Bring your hands out, just resting them. The first thing that we're going to start with is the inner sun breath. And so essentially what this is good for is it's good for equanimity. It's balancing like the energies. So I feel like it's a perfect tridoshic breath. And that's accessible for everybody. So I feel like it can really help everyone. We're going to do this for 3 minutes. So I'm going to use my timer so we stay on track. What we do is with our left hand, we do Surya. So Surya is like taking your ring finger and your thumb finger, and you just rest your hand out to the side. Then you're going to take your Jupiter finger, so Surya, Sun, Jupiter, and you're going to close your right nostril off. You know, this might get awkward, you might get tired, whatever. 3 minutes sometimes feels like a long time, especially with this. So what we're going to be doing is the breath of fire. Breath of fire isn't good if you're menstruating. So if you're menstruating, make sure you just kind of do slower, long, deep inhales and long exhales. Otherwise, breath of fire, if you've ever done this one, it's that diaphragmatic breath. So we're going to do this with our nostril closed. I repeat, if you get tired, if it doesn't feel like you can continue, just regular breaths, right? And then resume when you can. So we're going to get started. Actually, going to do 2 minutes for this one. So let's start. So, ready? So breath of fire, keep on going. You can start to feel lightheaded if you're not used to it. It's just a powerful, powerful breath. So again, if you need to take a break at any time, but it's like you're almost like you're coughing out of your nose, pumping your belly. It's also good for the immunity. So, I mean, just that's a bonus. A lot of this pranayama work is beautiful for the immunity. So we balance the lunar and the solar sides. We impact our immunity. We have 1 more minute to go. You're doing beautiful. Again, if you need to take a break, take a break. The last 30 seconds, we'll start to pump that breath of fire nice intensely. So I will tell you when 30 seconds is here. So these last 30 seconds right now, start to pump as hard as you can. Beautiful job. You got 10 more seconds to go. I want you to breathe in. I want you to interlace your fingers. Right? Your left thumb goes on top, or not left thumb goes on top. You're just going to pull right at your heart center, your thalamus. So pull, hold that breath until you can't hold it any longer. Do it again. Pulling, calming the heart, calming the mind. Last time. When you're done, you can just rest in Gyan Mudra. Notice the sensations that arise. Nurturing your own being is what's most important. We can't give from that empty bucket. So these mantras, these kriyas, they're like prescriptive methods to really break through barriers. That's why Kundalini is so powerful. And it's really, I feel like, one of the yoga practices that's going to elevate and escalate and become more popular during these Aquarian ages, because it's so intense and we have to be resilient. It helps with resiliency. So we're going to move into like the awakening bodies 10 body kriya, but we're going to infuse it with other yoga. So let's just open our hips up first. So much fear, pain, doubt moves into the hips. So we're just going to open and just releasing. I release, I release, I release, I release, I release, I release. We're going to go to the left leg. Pause there for a moment. Notice how you feel. And we're going to go over to the right leg. Just simply pause there, thanking yourself for showing up today, for being here, present, allowing this practice to meet you exactly where you're at. That's the beautiful thing about Kundalini. It meets you exactly where you're at. So if you physically can't do something, you visualize it. If the breath is too intense, you slow the breath down. The collective energy of the class that you're in, that you tuned into will rise you up, so you get the same benefits as even though you were doing every single thing perfectly in that mind's eye. So it's only perfect for ourselves. It meets us where we're at. All right, so we're going to bring our legs together. We're going to slowly come down on our back. So this one here, traditionally, the hands are out to the side. However, I feel like a lot of us need that extra support under our lower back. So you can try it without if you want to, but we're going to be, this first one's pretty intense. It's like 6 inches legs off the earth, 6 inches head off the earth, and we're going to do the breath of fire for 2 minutes. Now, I can't even do this one myself for 2 minutes. So my key is like put your legs down and try to continue with the breath of fire. And if you can't keep the head up, still try to continue with the breath of fire and then come back up again when you can. All right, does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so let's get started. I'll get my timer going. So same beautiful thing, breath of fire. Allowing this practice to meet you exactly where you're at. We're a minute and a half. We have a minute and a half left to go, so that 30 seconds up. So keep on going. Beautiful. Beautiful. Listening to the voices of the body. Thirty more seconds to go. Woo! We're gonna hold it up the last 15 seconds, okay? I'm gonna let everybody know when that is. This is so intense. Last 15. Drop it down. Inhale in. Take a deep breath. Stretch the arms over your head. Stretching one side of the body longer than the other. The other one. This is where we infuse some additional things right within that practice. So just laying there for a moment, indulging in the sensations. Bringing that vision of Surya, the sun, into the mind's eye. The yellow, the power, the energizing light. Breathing that in. We're going to slowly bring the knees into our bellies. All right, you're going to like hug yourself here. And you're going to raise your face towards the knees. It's the same breath of fire. A lot of breath of fire today. If you get tired, rest the head. This one is another one that's for 2 minutes. So we're going to get started right now. Honoring all the sensations that arise, taking rests when needed. If you have built that endurance up and you don't need that rest, beautiful, keep that up as well. But the ebbs and flows with our being, right? It's not always the same. So honoring that within your own body, your own practice, your own evolution. These sections of the Kriyas can be done, some of them are 1 minute, but some of them are 1 to 3 minutes. We're picking two, we're kind of hitting the middle ground. Right, so eventually some of these are just done 3 minutes each. There's, again, set ones that are done 1 minute. Again, it's that kind of like prescriptive Kriya that enables the body to really cut through barriers quickly, rewire neurology, keep the spine beautifully healthy, like really just integrate with the intensities of the world. So 15 more seconds, keep it up. So pausing, inhale in, suspend the breath. Let it go, let the feet go, pausing. Your palms can be up or down, whatever feels best. If you're feeling that you need to be a little bit more grounded today, palms down is always just a nice, easy way to help with that. Palms up, opening yourself up a lot more. Breathing here. What I would love for you to do is rock the knees from side to side a little bit. So rock to one side and rock to the other, and then fall to whatever side feels best for a twist. So just unraveling all the impurities, giving the body a moment to decompress. The Kriya, the series of set postures, generally in Kundalini, they're supposed to be done a certain way. There is some flexibility with it. That's why this fusion class is so beautiful. We get to really indulge. I like these restorative postures in between. Take it over to the other side. If you haven't done that already. Beautiful. What you're going to do is you're going to bring your knees right to your back, and you're just going to start to rock and roll up. If rocking and rolling up and down is not in your practice, you can roll to the side and just sit up. So we're slowing up right into easy pose. So what leg went out in front? Let's reverse those legs. Let's get out of that cycle of doing things the same way. So right here, what we're going to be doing is we are going to thumbs up. It's like thumbs up and your fingers are parallel to the earth, and then you're up at like 60 degrees. All right, and then basically we do that breath of fire again for another 2 minutes. Your gaze is towards your brow, right? Again, nurturing Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. We're going to get started. Remember not to take this practice too seriously. You can have like a slight smile on the tips of your lips, right? A minute and a half to go. Again, if the arms get tired or the breath gets too intense, allow one to rest. Otherwise, keep on going. Raise your arms a little bit higher. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Thirty more seconds to go. At 15, I'll let you know, and then we'll really intensely use that breath. 15, almost there. Doing a beautiful job. Take a big inhale in. Suspend the breath. Let it go. Inhale in. Draw the arms up. Just swirl it around a little bit and then let it go. Tuck the jaw a little bit. Rest the back of the neck. Stretch the shoulders, the neck. I am here. I am that. I am here. I am that. What I want you to do throughout the rest of the practice is there's like 12 keys that we focused on during this training, and one of them was relax. So relaxing, we're going to take it to another level. We're going to take our face muscles and just try to relax your face muscles. Right? Now try to relax them even more. And even more. So try to incorporate this relaxation method throughout your practice if you're ever feeling like a bit intense, right? It really has a complete effect on the central nervous system, right? So just taking a moment there. All right, this next one, we are going to open our legs, right? Like a nice wide V. And what we're going to do is you're going to rotate. So we're going to go to the left first. Now, if you can touch your toe, great. If not, touch your shin, and then we rise up. And then we go down to the right. Rise up. We already started the timer, up and down. So this one here, we're going to do for 2 minutes as well. So if you have to keep it slow, right? Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up. We're going to go slower, but then at the end, we might start to speed this one up. So at your own pace, right? Everyone's an individual. Never comparing yourself to anyone else in the room, just doing what feels best for your body at this moment, Got about a minute and a half to go, so just taking your time, indulging in this practice. So you have your physical body, right? You got your positive mind, your negative mind, your neutral mind. There's the arc body. There's so much layers to your individual self. When we open them up, we're able to experience more joy, right? Not allowing the patterns that we've lived or we've learned to impact us so much. So sometimes our brain thinks we know the answer, but if you actually feel with all 10 layers of your body, you might get a different answer, right? So allow yourself to observe. We got 30 more seconds to go. The last 15, we'll get a little bit more fast, okay? Beautiful. Again, yep, visualizing if it's too intense, right? If you have lower back issues, this might not be the easiest one to handle, right? So doing 15 seconds. So even if you have to just kind of turn your chest in the direction of the legs. All right, this last time, inhaling it up. Suspend, routine, draw up through Mula Bandh, Uddiyana Bandh, Jalandhara Bandh. And then swirl it all the way down. Whew. Taking a moment here. I want you to reach all the way out in the front. Surrendering, releasing. Beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right into, so we hold our arms like so, but again, we're going to be moving up and down. So if that's not possible, just bring them here, like wherever that is for you, let them fall. And then we're going to pump front to back. Right. So we're going to get going here. Again, if that breath and fire is too intense, just nice, slow, long, deep breaths. This is beautiful for like the endocrine system, but also those adrenal glands, the vagus nerve. So indulging, again, allowing this practice to meet you exactly where you're at. And remembering to use that key of relaxation throughout this practice. Being kind to yourself, especially if this is new. Kundalini can feel really intense the first time you do it, okay? And it continues to get intense, right? As you process and you heal and you break through barriers, but a beautiful intensity, one that you can really feel the shifts. Beautiful. Meeting you exactly where you're at. The muscles of the face are soft and supple. You got 30 more seconds. You're doing beautiful. Five, four, three, two. Last one. Inhale it up. Suspend the breath. When you're ready, let it go. And move your legs in towards easy pose, nice and slowly. And you're going to take a moment and you're going to swirl and do a twist, releasing doubt, fear, impurities out of the heart. And then we're going to swirl around and do the other side. All right, so this next one, we stay in this easy pose and you bring your arms to like the front of the shins here. And we're literally, it's just like this seated cat-cow, but you keep your head pretty level and it's almost like you move your heart forward, back. So I'm gonna get the timer going. Think about that key of relaxation and resting the face. Beautiful. Remembering if the breath of fire is too intense, to just do the spinal movements. Trying to have your arms straight. Now, if you have really long arms, that might be harder to do, but almost like helps pull you front and back. Beautiful. You have a minute to go. So indulge in your movement. Indulge in the breath. It can be really fast, right? You can go way faster than me. You can also go slower than me, okay? Working there. Got about 30 more seconds to go. When we're at 15, I'll let you know so you can kind of pump it up a little bit. $15. This last breath forward, inhale forward, suspend, surrender, sit there for a moment. I'm actually going to bring tissues over. Sometimes with these breath exercises, you might need a tissue or two. What we're going to literally do from here is a path of least resistance, all right? We're going to shift onto our knees and we're going to move right into child's pose. So they can be together, they can be open, sink your hips back towards your heel, forehead to Pachamama, arms extended or next to you, what feels best. Palms up, palms down, you choose. Beautiful. Surrendering right here. The key of intention, intending, right? Intending to will whatever it is into your life that you so desire, feeling it with every layer of your body, right? Not just thinking that you want something and it's going to will it to you. You have to feel it in every layer of your body, what it feels like to have those things, right? Experiencing the joy, feeling what it's like, taking action, and then it all moves towards you like a magnet, right? That co-creation with Pachamama, with the earth. You're going to walk your hands over to the left side of the mat so you can get a nice stretch. Sink your hips to the right side. I am here. I am that. I am enough. And then walk your hands over to the right side of the mat so you can take a nice lengthening through that side body, back body, sinking the hips over to the left. Breathing in, I am that. Walking the hands back to the center. When you're ready, we're going to sit on our heels. So if it's not possible for you to sit on your heels, or if it is in the beginning and then it's not, come into easy pose, just seated easy pose. You can also take a pillow and kind of sit with your hiney there to help. We are going to do a couple postures with this. So just for awareness, if you have to come out of it, you certainly can. So just like we were in easy pose before, we're literally doing that same thing where you kind of push your heart forward and back. And it's kind of interesting. The head stays level to the earth and you're moving and shifting through the heart. So you're like almost clearing the chakras, right? Front, inhale, exhale back. Give that 30 seconds. Beautiful. Leading with the heart, jaw soft, head straight. Beautiful. Flexing the spine. Inhaling front, exhaling back. Got a minute to go. Again, not necessarily feeling you have to keep up with me, right? Keep up with your own rhythm of your own heart. You can go fast, you can go slow. Thirty more seconds. All right, at 15 we'll speed up, but try to really slow it down here if you can. Ready, inhale in, heart forward, suspend the breath, draw up through root block, navel, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalahara Bandha. Hands come onto the earth. We're going to tuck our toes under and we're going to send our hips up into a downward facing dog. So again, down dog can be done on the knees if you have to. You can always come down. However, here, as we've been sitting, we're going to infuse some movement here, right? Moving with the prana. So maybe you sway your hips from side to side. Whatever the movement, make sure it's Mindful, right? Slow. Noticing what areas and cells of the body need that little bit of love. We're going to take the left leg up to the moon, the sun. We're going to open the left leg up, rolling the ankle around, feeling the body. Again, this can be done with your right knee down on the earth too. If being up in full down dog is too intense for you, elongate the leg, hang the hips back over, down dog. We're going to do the right side all the way up. Inhaling, fan the hip open, bend the knee. I am beautiful. I am worthy. Elongate that leg. Bring it down to downward facing dog. And we're going to drop down to our knees nice and softly again. We're going to sit right onto our heels again. I'm going to do a couple twisting rotations. So the fingers, it's like your beaks, are going to come to your shoulders. So the fronts of your fingers to the front of your shoulder, the thumbs to the back. Same thing, it's so important to draw up through Mula Bandha, especially Mula Bandha here. And then the navel, throat, right? And it is like a tip of the nose, like you're supposed to actually keep your eyes open. I get dizzy, you can gaze towards the tip of your nose as well, but you're going to start to the left. So you inhale to the left, and then you exhale to the right. You inhale left, you exhale right. This can make you feel nauseous if you're not used to it, okay? Over time, you won't get nauseous. So if you get nauseous, this is what I ask you to do. Stop and pause, right? Continue the breath. And then when you're ready, it's like the eye gaze follows over to that left side, following to the right. When we move our spine in all 7 directions, which this Kriya does, it's just Kundalini in general does, your spine will be healthier, right? You won't be waking up as much, maybe like stiff, right? So it helps keep longevity and youthfulness in the spine. So we got about 1:18 to go. So keep up the good work. Again, drawing up through Mula Bandha. Yep, bringing in your beautiful, I love that, bringing in your props as needed to support your body where it's at. We're not supposed to torture ourselves at all. Beautiful. Now I'll do the same thing with this one with the last 15 seconds. So no matter if you have to stop the whole time, the last 15, we'll try to regain that nice, powerful. Got 30 here, almost there, beautiful. Pumping it out, releasing what doesn't serve you, clearing the auric field. All right, we got 15 more seconds to go here, so if you can, try to woo. All right, inhale up, arms over the head, suspend the breath. I want you to keep the arms up, let the breath go. Inhale in, draw through Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Notice the sensations that arise all the way up. Exhale it out, keep the arms up. Last time, inhale in. So instead of going right into that next round, we're going to take our legs and we're going to do it. If you have to sit there too, don't rush, but just a down dog and then just a forward bend. Bringing the blood flow into our body. We can just rest there stationary. If you're feeling inspired, you can also nod the head, move from side to side. You can also like graze the earth if you're in need of that connection to Pachamama. Today, I personally just want to hang. So whatever your true heart's desire is telling you to do, I ask you to do that. And then we're going to bring our knees back down to the earth. We have another one that we're sitting on our heels, and then I think that might be it. So if you can't maintain it, again, you can get right into easy pose, crisscross applesauce. Otherwise, we'll be here. So same thing, beaks. Now, instead of like we were twisting last time, we're literally going to go up and down. So same thing, up through Mula Bandha. I'm going to start the timer here so we don't lose track of time. So up and down, up and down. Again, if you have to just take the breath slower, do it slow, right? Pumping up and down. You got a minute and a half to go. Beautiful. Minute to go. Again, if you can, breathe through any of the intensity that comes up. That's when you're breaking through those barriers. Like your muscles can move for that minute. Typically, those are like the processes, the implants, the programming. It's like unwiring out of our brain. Our neurology thanks us. So up and down, we got about 30 seconds to go. So those last 15, we'll speed it up. Drawing up through Mula Bandha especially, really keeping that energy within. Beautiful. It's already the 15 seconds, so we'll speed it up. Then we're going to inhale, lift the arms, right? Breathe in. Suspend as long as you can. And then when you're ready, stretch out the neck. We're going to take the neck forward. And we're going to take the neck up to the sky, opening it. And then neutral. Look to the left. Look to the right. And you're going to lean your ear over and you're going to help your head. So lean your ear to the left and then pull the side of the head. Supported. Beautiful. And you can switch sides. All right, this next one, we are going to stay seated on the heels. It's the last one. If you're feeling that you need to go in easy pose, you can totally go in easy pose. We're going to do that Venus lock again. So typically, like male energy, masculine, right thumb goes on top, left thumb goes on top, typically for feminine energy, female trying to kind of work. It depends on what you're trying to work on. So it's the energy, not necessarily are you female or male, even though it's taught that way sometimes, but what are you trying to bring more into your life, okay? What do you need more of? Cooling, right? Calming? Do you need more intensity? We're going to do left thumb on top. We're going to try to bring in that feminine energy, okay? So Mula Bandha, we're going to draw up. Oops. Sorry about that. And here we go. So we go up. It's like a hammer. It's up and down, up and down. Right? If you're going really fast, it's more like a breath of fire. If you're going slower, more like ujjayi breath, right? So allowing this to meet you exactly where you are at, moving up and down. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Keep up the beautiful work. Elevating your soul. If you get kind of like hard to focus, you can go Sut Nam in your mind's eye. Sut Nam. Sut Nam. Sut Nam. Minute to go. Doing a beautiful job. Breaking through those barriers. Clearing that all 10 bodies. I'm going to do the same thing. So at 15, we'll kind of intensify it. But these remaining, just allowing it to meet you exactly where you're at, taking rest as you see fit. "30 here. These last 15 seconds. If you can. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time. Hold it up. Squeeze that Venus lock together. All right. Draw up through Mulaban. Exhale it out. Keep the arms up. Inhale in. Swirl it around a little bit. And just exhale it out. Ooh, so let's get off of these tootsies. We're going to stretch the one foot back, stretch it out. Long, tuck the toes under behind you, if you can't see. Come down onto the forearms and then lift the leg up and fan the hip open. Roll the ankle around, get that blood circulating through the limbs. Bring that right knee down, left leg this time. So extend it, rotate, reach, stretch, indulge. Bring it back out again. Crisscross those feet behind you, and you're going to sit onto your hips. Right. We're going to stretch out the legs a little bit, kind of shake them out and do a little bit of rubbing. A little bit of Ayurvedic healing massaging, right? So circle around the joints, circle under the joints, up and down on the long parts of the leg, down to the ankles, rubbing. I want you to take your fist and I want you to hit the bottom of your foot and start to roll, help your foot roll 3 in one direction, 3 in the other, or you can do more, whatever feels good. And then we'll pick up the other foot. Roll that around. Other way. All right. These next ones are only for a minute. So we're going to, it's like with the first one, we go left shoulder up. We go inhale. And that's all you're doing for that 1 minute. Okay. So if we need to sit on comfortable mat, certainly do that. Your hands just kind of rest on your knees. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can bring them here inside, but it's whatever feels best. So I'm going to get this minute started. Just think of your lymphatic system, right? And everything just pumping and your immunity just strengthening. After doing all those other ones for 2 minutes, this minute might seem easy. We'll see. 20 more seconds to go on this side. Just rotating those shoulders up and down. Left up on the inhale, right. And if you lose that rhythm, just pause and regain. We're almost there. 3 more seconds and inhale, both shoulders up. Suspend the breath and just pause. Notice how you feel. What we're going to do now is we start with the right side. So we go. So we start inhale up through the right and then do it through the left side. So inhale up, exhale. Keep on going. We'll get that timer started. Beautiful. So just moving, breathing. You can go slow, you can go fast, right? On those last 15 seconds, which we're almost at, we're going to speed it up. So right now. All right, breathe in, both shoulders up. Suspend the breath. Let it go. Pause into this space. This moment, closing your eyes. I want you to, this is another 1 minute posture where we're going to lift both shoulders this time. So instead of rotating, we're going to go up through both of them and down through both of them. We're almost working towards the end, some Savasana, a little bit more movement, so beautiful. So same thing. Just like letting them drop, right? Don't try to control, really allowing the body to re-regulate. Remembering that key of relaxation, allowing the face just to softly relax, allowing the body to follow. We only have 30 more seconds to go with this one, so we're going to keep on going. We'll speed it up with the last 15 seconds. Breathe in, suspend, hold the shoulders up. Go up through Mulabandha, Uddiyadabandha, Jalahadabandha. Notice how it feels. And release. Taking a moment here. We're going to rock back. All right, we're just going to go into a little bridge pose. All right, so hands next to the hips. You're going to roll the hips up. And if you want to, roll the shoulders underneath to make it more intense. Otherwise, you can rest with a lower version of this. So beautiful. Feet hip width apart. Maybe try to disengage your glutes so you can stretch the front body. Beautiful. Taking a moment here, feeling your body, your heart, your soul. And you can lower that down. Nice and slowly. Bring your knees into your belly. Squeeze really tight. Try to breathe. Rock a little bit back and forth. And the same thing. It's path of least resistance. You can roll to the side and come back up, or you can kind of rock and roll a couple times until you come up into that seated position. We're here for a moment. Another, we have a minute rotation one way with our head, minute rotation other way, and then we're coming into our last bit of class for surrendering into Savasana. So let's get started with this last one. It's inhale to the left, exhale to the right. So I'll get the timer started. Again, go at your own pace if you feel dizzy. I have a tendency as my pitta self to rush through things, be fiery. So sometimes it's harder for my personality to go slower, right? It's easier to go faster. And then I wear out really quick because that's what pittas do. So honoring your dosha, if you don't know what your dosha is, right? We can definitely, take a test for that. But the pittas are like fiery. The vatas are airy, right? The kappas are just like so consistent and just workhorses, and they can just be really have the greatest endurance, but they are slower to get moving, right? So we all have these innate qualities. 15 more seconds to go. Maybe you want to speed it up a little bit, but you don't have to, right? Allowing this practice to meet you exactly where you're at. Last second, inhale in, exhale it out, pausing for a moment. And we're going to get right into the other side. So we start to the right and then left and to the left. Just think of yourself like unraveling, unwinding everything out of your spine. So we're allowing this cerebral spinal fluid to rise and move up, heal our body, right? Really activate us at our higher self. So I was going fast in the beginning. I got really dizzy, right? "15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing here, inhaling, suspend the breath. And I want you to swirl around, swirl, swirl, swirl. Swirling, go in the opposite direction. We have one little standing posture here. So we've been doing a lot of seated posture, so this might feel really good. We're going to go into like a nice yogic squat to kind of transition. We're going into frog posture. So frog, we do this posture 26 to 54 repetitions. We're going to shoot for 26. If you can't make it to 26, go easy on yourself. But if you can, do it slowly. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We're going to move from there. So the hands are going to come down and your legs are going to straighten. You can do a nice like stretch. We're going to rise up a little bit and we're going to kind of rotate through our hips here. All right, so rotate. They've been seating, right, for a while, so really honoring any movement that your body needs. Your body will tell you. You can't see our hips, and that doesn't matter, or you can't see our heads because we are going to be kind of coming back and forth to the earth. So frog pose, traditionally, your heels are kind of together and they're kind of extended up, but we're going to just bring them almost like dancer's pose, right? Beautiful. Now, can you come down and touch the ground like so? The heels will kind of lift when you do that. And then, so we inhale, we lengthen, and then we exhale. So that is 1 right there. All right. So we don't have a timer on because it just is however long it takes for you to get there. All right. And when you're done with your posture, I want you to move right into child's pose. So we already did 1. You can slow down. Woo, I have a couple more to go. You take it till you get there. When you're done, let your body hang. Letting your body hang, hang, hang. And then when you're ready, bring your hips to the earth. I want you to lay back for Savasana, for corpse pose. So just lay, when you're ready, find your way back. Maybe you have a pillow. There's a blanket close by if you want to cover up with the blanket. Just indulge right here. Beautiful. I love how You're taking your time. You're allowing your body to process all the sensations that are arising. So Savasana right now is beautiful, right? I want you to rest here. And I'm going to chant the mantra while you're laying in Savasana. The Laya yoga meditation is normally done in the 10 bodies Kriya, and you know that this is a fusion class, so I want to integrate things into this 90 minutes. So what we're going to do is, as you lay there, just listen to the chant. Every single sound moves through a chakra. Ek, Angka, Sat, Nam, Siddhi, Waheguru. So as you lay there, you can allow that vibration kind of moving from the root right into the navel, to the third, right to the center, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, really allowing it, right, to clear you. Ek, Angka. So taking a moment here and allowing your awareness to come from the stars and the moon and the sun and the cosmos, and bringing them back into your body, back into your heart, knowing that your energetic body expands great beyond this physical body, doing what you need to do to help ease your body into integrating into life with ease, joy, and glory. Bring the knees in, whatever movement you need. So fingers, toes, swirl the ankles. Bring the knees in. Hug nice and tight. Rock and roll. Rocking and rolling. And again, path of least resistance. You might want to rock up. You might want to roll to the side. What we're going to do is we're just going to end with this 1 minute meditation, which is a meditation to calm the heart center. All right. And so all we're going to do is do it for 1 minute. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand into Gyan Mudra. You're going to hold it up. So it's just kind of like you're like high, just hanging tight. And for this minute, what you're going to do is you're going to inhale in, suspend the breath only as long as you can. And when you can't do that any longer, you exhale it out. When the whole breath is out, you suspend it out as long as you can. I'm going to get the minute started. No tension through your face. Now, if you can you like try to inhale for 10 seconds, suspend for 10, and then exhale 10. So it's an even, not one like one's longer than the other. Inhaling for 10, suspend for 10, exhale for 10. Suspend for 10, and we're already at 10 more seconds to go. So what we're going to do is we'll do one more round. Inhale in, suspend, exhale it out, suspend. Bring both hands to the heart. Inhale in, suspend your breath. A moment of gratitude for allowing this beautiful practice to meet you exactly where you're at. Wanda, I'm beyond grateful for you coming over early in the morning and helping me with my final. I really, really appreciate it. We're going to end the class with the sunshine song and a one long Sat Nam. Bring your hands at heart center. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Inhaling in. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, Namaste, Ashe. May you be happy, holy, healthy, and radiate your vibration authentically through the world without holding yourself back. Namaste. Thank you. Whoop, whoop.